Hello friends, today we are going to see the diseases of guava and their management. We will see two diseases of guava. First is wilt and second one is anthracnose. The wilt is the most common disease in fruit crop and it is a pernicious disease of guava in India. In India, the disease was first recorded near Allahabad in 1935. The infection was reported 15 to 30% in country. The disease is a serious threat to guava cultivation in UP. In West Bengal, it reduces the yield in affected orchard by 80%. So, this is all about the economic importance of this wilt of guava. The causal organism responsible for wilt of guava is not fully understood, but pathogens like Fusarium oxysporum pharma specialis CD and Rhizotonia species, these are some were reported by different scientists, and the mode and survival of this pathogen is always through movement of plant containing sick soil in virgin areas, and short distance spread is by always water, and root injury predisposes wilt disease. So this is all about survival and spread of this wilt of guava. You can see the symptoms of this wilt of guava: completely discoloration of stem and death of the branches, and then whole tree dry up. This is the particular marks of identification for wilt of guava. The vascular tissues showing distinct discoloration, and the inner part of the stem and the roots of the cambium tissues, here you can see in image, is completely destroyed by infection of this Fusarium pathogen. The fruit remains smaller and bare twig fail to develop new leaves and flower dry up. So ultimately it shows browning and wilting type of symptoms from tip to downward. So this is particular symptoms of guava wilt. For management of wilt of guava, we should follow the proper field sanitation and soil solarization. The soil solarization is very important because all the chlamydospores of this Fusarium pathogen were present inside the soil, and if we expose such soil to the sun's heat, they will destroy or they will kill. So the primary infection or the primary inoculum level will be minimized. Then uproot and burn wilted plants. After that, severe pruning followed by a drenching with 2% benlate or bavistine 4 times in a year. This should be done at regular interval to minimize the population of this chlamydospore present inside the soil. Similarly, injection of guava plant with 0.1% water soluble 8 quinolyl sulfate may provide protection against wilt for at least 1 year. And if possible, then use resistant varieties or tolerant varieties like Allahabad, Safeda, Dholka, Sindh. These are some tolerant and resistant varieties were reported for wilt of guava. So this is all about management practices that we should follow for managing this wilt of guava. Next disease is anthracnose of guava, and its causal organism is Gliosporium CD or Colotrichum CD. This is one of the most common pathogen, occurs everywhere on guava crop. It was first reported from Saharanpur in Uttar Pradesh. This disease also occurred in Thailand, Philippines, Bangladesh and Pakistan. It also caused serious post-harvest rotting of guava fruits after harvesting of the fruit crops. This pathogen spread by wind-borne spores which were developed on dead leaves, twigs and mummified fruits in the orchard, and dense canopy is congenial for germination of spore due to high moisture condition. And this pathogen also spread by movement of planting material through infected foliage and transportation of fruits from high disease prone area to healthy area. Dense plantation, that is closer planting with without canopial management, is responsible for development of this disease. And the acerulae with pink spore masses are produced in moist weather or on dead twigs and on also on mummified fruits. These are responsible for secondary source of infection, and the acerulae which contains this spore, this falcate type of spore, were responsible for survival. Similarly, dew or rains encourages the spore production and its dispersal around the canopy. And the temperature level 10 to 35 degrees Celsius is best for development of this disease. Now we will see symptoms of this anthracnose of guava. The fruit and leaf infection is generally seen during rainy season. Pinhead spots are seen on unripe fruits which gradually enlarges. The spots are dark brown in color and sunken circular and have minute black stromata in the center of the lesions, which produce creamy spore masses in moist weather. In that blackish color sunken spot, the large number of acerulus were produced, and in that acerulus there are development of spore, and this serves as a secondary source of infection. And such several spots becomes closer and it forms big patches. So the Gava anthracnose shows big black color patches all over the fruits. The infected area on unripe fruit become corky and hardy and often develop cracks in the case of severe infection. So this is the particular marks of identification, that after the infection of this anthracnose of Gava, all the necrotic patches were developed on the fruit, and the fruit and unripe fruits where shows the mummified structure and it becomes hard and corky. Now for management of this anthracnose of Gava, it should be recommended that 3 applications of Bordeaux mixture and Paranox after removal of the dead twigs. It will reduce the initial inoculum, and after the emergence of this disease, we can also control it by spraying with copper oxychloride. We can also alternate the sprays with copper oxychloride, carbendazim, propiconazole, hexaconazole, or any another systemic fungicide which are recommended for management of this Gava anthracnose. So this is all about management practices that we should follow at proper time for managing this Gava anthracnose.